So today we are going to check out Dulles Airport. It's about 10 minutes from my house, and it is Saturday, April 18th. Airlines have been running minimal schedules for quite some time now, and I have been deadly curious. That's a terrible pun. I have been curious to see what it's like there. I'm expecting that it's going to be empty. But what I'm really curious about, and one of the things I love to do at the airport, is look at the board where they list all the flights and, you know, the departures and the incoming. So I'm really curious to see what's on the board. I really want to see what shops are open, and I just want to see what kind of people are there. I have a mask that I'm going to wear. I have gloves. I have hand sanitizer. So I'm taking precautions, and let's see what happens. Go to the garage. I want to go to terminal parking, so it's going to be on the left, but this is just bizarre. It is like the 2% world from Leftovers, where there's nobody. How freaky. Look at this. Normally this road is pretty crowded. On a Saturday afternoon, I wouldn't be sitting in traffic, but there would definitely be other vehicles. I definitely have my pick of parking spaces here. There is not a lot of competition. I do see a bus for the rental car return, or the rental car pickup, because that's off campus. Seem to be a bunch of cars here in the center. So let's go over here. So I haven't put my mask on yet. I do see a few people wear masks. Of the few people that I actually see, let me go ahead and flip this around. It is very deserted. I don't see any passengers. So here we are going into terminal entrance door 4. I'm gonna go ahead and put my mask on, which means I need to take my glasses off. I'll do that in a second. So let's see what we got. This is the arrivals, which is kind of boring. I'm gonna find a escalator to go upstairs, but this is what we're looking at right now. Completely empty. Not completely empty, but it's about 1 o'clock on a Saturday. Normally, this place should be popping. I see an arrivals board over there. I want to go check the arrivals board out. So here's what we got for arrivals. We got a lot of canceled flights. The Atlanta, Boston, Charlotte. 3 flights from Charlotte coming in canceled. A couple from Florida, Detroit, Miami. And all the ones that actually are still on time are all domestic. I don't see any international flights at all. Well, that's interesting. That's international. So Riyadh, so you have a flight arriving from Saudi Arabia at 12:20, so it's already arrived. Well, it's on time. What time is it? How does that work? It arrives at 12:20 p.m. It's 11:02 p.m. and it says it's on time. Okay, I'm not gonna. I would expect it to be like this, arrived. But anyway. Tampa canceled, Seattle, San Diego, Roanoke. It's just unreal. It's a little bit crazy. Also looks like all the stores are closed as well. Capitol Grounds Coffee closed. Here we go. Go upstairs. Yeah, not going to do that. So what do we have departing? A lot of canceled flights still. And it actually looks like most of the canceled flights are to the places that were canceled on arrivals, like Boston, Charlotte, Cincinnati, Fort Lauderdale. But again, if I look, absolutely no international flights whatsoever. None. All domestic, and a lot of canceled domestic flights. Wow. So here's the main concourse of Dulles Airport, where if you're going on a, like here's Avianca here. When I go to South America, I go to Avianca to check in. All the offices, closed, closed, closed. Canceled flights, closed, 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 everything. We'll go down here. Down here is at down here is the bigger airlines, like United and American are down here. I see a few people on United checking it out. Everybody's wearing face masks, but just no one checking in for a flight. It's just workers just standing around doing nothing. Wow. 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 So this is normally where I would walk to go check in to a flight, or to go through security down here by the TSA pre-check. And this is a ghost town. It's just a, wow. I really wish I could go into through security into the terminal. Obviously I cannot because I don't have a ticket, but I wish I could, just to see what it's, how dead it is in the terminal. It might almost be worth buying like a $30 ticket to Cincinnati or some crap just to get behind security and check it out. You are at a closer look, a little bit of a closer look at the TSA check-in, and nobody going through security, nobody, just TSA people standing around doing nothing. I mean, what else do you have to do? So it does look like flights to Saudi Arabia are still happening and people are still traveling. So that's interesting. So I'm going to walk down here because I think it's Delta. I'm curious to see what flights are available right now. So you got Delta down on this end and you got United all the way on the other end. I mean, I guess that's some pretty severe social distancing. Delta, first class, sky priority. So I looked up on my phone really quick to see how much it would be to go to Atlanta or to Detroit on Delta Airlines. It's at least $100. I'm really curious to see what it's like in beyond security, but I don't think I'm $100 curious. I'm going to look up a few flights for United, see if I can find anything cheaper. Again, if I can find something around 30 or 40 bucks, I'll go ahead and buy it, and then that way I can get through security. Let's see. But one thing I noticed when I was looking at the board, there's flights to Dublin, Ireland, Frankfurt, Germany. So there are some international flights happening, which I find interesting. I guess Germany opened up the borders. Ireland has opened up, or did we ever stop flying from Dublin or Germany? And from Saudi Arabia, for that matter. And the cheapest flight I found was to Chicago O'Hare, and that was $113. So it's not worth it. I'm already spending $6 for parking. It's not worth it to spend $113 on a ticket just to get behind security. Iceland Air counter opens at 5 o'clock. For what? Can I go to Iceland? I'm gonna go to terminal. I think I'll ask what the cheapest ticket I can buy to get behind security is right now, because I really want to see what it's I really want to see what it's like back there. So I just spoke with a guy at United, went through all the flights looking for the cheapest flight we could find. I had explained to him a couple times that I didn't actually want to get on the flight. I just wanted to check in so I could get behind security. But again, the cheapest flight we could find was like $180. So that's, you know, maybe one day if I have a ton of subscribers and I'm making money off of this, then $180 investment would be worth it. But right now, I think the $6 investment I'm paying for parking is more than adequate. I think I got a lot of good footage. I'm gonna walk around the bottom of the airport now, which is departures, and we'll see. Here is the bottom floor of Dulles Airport, where the arrivals come out, and you know, you get your baggage and go home. Normally there's like coffee shops and stuff, right? Stores where you could buy candy, get something to eat. Whenever I come back from Bolivia, this is the airport I come into, and I'm always dying for a Diet Mountain Dew because they don't have Diet Mountain Dew in Bolivia. So the first thing I do is run to one of these stores and buy a Diet Mountain Dew. So even if I could get to Bolivia, much less come back from Bolivia, I would be out of Diet Mountain Dew right now. Again, just want to check out the board, what's arriving, what's coming. A lot of canceled flights. Very sad. This is a lot more depressing than I thought it would be. Just because, as I mentioned, I love airports. I love traveling. I love flying. I love getting to an airport and drinking, because at an airport, there is no time. Time does not exist. It is only a measurement of when your plane takes off and when it lands. So you can drink at any time. So that was really neat. Neat is the word I will use, because I don't think I will ever see, I hope that I never see an airport like that again. Eventually I hope all of this is over and things go back to at least some type of new normal, where air travel is what it was, where planes are taking off and the airport's busy and it's full of excitement and life because people are going new places and traveling to go on vacation and explore new parts of the world. So I really hope we get back to that, because for me, the airport's a special place because of that. Right now, it's like an end of the world movie. It really feels like, if you've ever watched The Leftovers, if you've never seen The Leftovers, go watch it. But it feels like I'm living in the 2% world, where 98% of the population has just disappeared and there's 2% of the people left. So that's where we're at. So that was Dulles Airport. It is definitely different. It had a weird, empty, sad feeling to it. I might end up saying this 4 times on the video, but I love airports. I love going to the airport. I'm a little disappointed that the tickets were so expensive that I could not get behind security. I think that would have been really cool. I might go home and check a couple of flights for maybe tomorrow or next weekend, and if I can find a ticket that's like 35 bucks or something like that, I'll go ahead and buy it, and then maybe come back and then do another one of these videos behind security, because you know, you get to the terminals and it's nothing but bars and stores, and I want to see what it's like right now with everything closed down. It's probably more of what I just saw in there, very depressing, but it's again, this is hopefully just a once in a lifetime thing. So if this is my only opportunity to see it, which I hope that is the case. I hope that I never have another opportunity to see an airport this desolate again. But I do want to take advantage of it while I can. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drive around the front of the airport on my way out, where you would drop people off who are going on departures. And that's because that's usually a very busy area. Here we are coming up on the drop-off zone where you drop people off to go catch their flights. And there's 2 cars. Literally 2 cars. Unbelievable. Just absolutely unbelievable.